Hello and welcome to our in-depth education for today. We are back live again and it is so inspiring to be here. You are going to love our session for today because maybe it'll give you a new awareness for your business and an action plan to make sure that you are not risking your business and your income that you have. Our topic for today is, are you putting your business at risk? And so today we're going to be covering three aspects, and that is the key person risk evaluation. We're going to have an insight and a look into that. We have a PDF for you. So if you want to do the risk analysis in your business, then type in risk in the chat below. Or if you're watching the replay, it is in download just down here. So check that out. We're also going to have a look at the hidden dangers of being irreplaceable inside of your coaching business. And then I'm also going to give you 2 tips that are going to help you to mitigate your key person risk dependency in your business. So welcome to class. If you're watching the replay, hit replay. If you're watching live, say live in the chat below. So in a world of business that we are really wanting to create a stable business and not have significant operational disruptions, but life happens sometimes, and sometimes you'll find that you are sick, or sometimes that you are unable to work, or you want to take a holiday for a month, a week, a day. And so when you do that, the income can stop and you can then have a huge risk in your business. And so I'm talking from experience, 15 years of coaching. And since I started Maximum Growth, what's been really interesting is, and I've definitely done a deep dive into the dynamic behind this, but I've had laryngitis 6 times in 3.5 years. And so having that dynamic happen so many times, I realized the key person risk in the business, and that was me, because if I'm not able to speak and I'm not able to serve, then the income starts to slow down or stop. And so I've spent a lot of time in my business working out ways in how to de-risk my business, because I love what I do. I wanted to be able to continue to serve people at an ever greater scale. And I want to be able to still do that, whether I'm sick, sleeping, or I'm taking a holiday, as well as when I'm here present as well. So hopefully you'll love this class. So let me just have a look at the idea about key person risk. And so what that means is that if your business heavily relies on one individual, so if you have one individual who's doing most of your operations and they have a lot of their knowledge and resources in their mind, or you have someone in your business who is doing most of the sales for you, and they decide to leave, and none of the processes and systems are in place inside of your business, and they have unique skill set. For example, you have a unique skill set that is irreplaceable or that is difficult to coach into someone else, and your knowledge and experience, as soon as that individual or you are unable to work, or you leave, or that individual leaves, then you put your business at risk. And so what we want to be able to do is to first of all assess our key person risk inside of our business, if we have one, and also then what we can do to be able to shift that. So you have, today we're looking at, are you putting your business at risk? So I've created for you a series of questions that can help you to analyze your key person and evaluate your key person risk. Because the first step you have to do in terms of being able to manage your key person risk, you have to identify if you have one and what aspects of the business is at risk. And so it's essential to look at a deep dive into your business and seeing where you can mitigate all of these dynamics. So first of all, I'm going to show you, I'll give you a little look into this assessment. So right here, you can see how high is your key person risk. And so we're assessing your coaching skills, your inability if you're unable to work, and also your business knowledge that you have. And so there are essentially 12 questions that you're going to be asking yourself inside of your business. And you're wanting to know, do you have unique knowledge and skills that you have in your coaching business? Are you then at a high risk? And so if I possess skills or certifications that are easy to be replaced by a team member, in my case, that would be more a red. But if you have a coaching methodology that anyone can adopt and they can just follow a set of questions and it's easy for someone else to adopt and pick up those skills, then you would put green. If you're kind of in the middle, you'd put amber. And so the next question would be, clients are not specifically attached to your personal style and can easily be transitioned to other coaches. Is that a red? No, it's very difficult. They're very attached to you. Or green, they don't mind. And so I'll give you a little outcome of what it will look like when it is finished. So here, as you can see, we have, I've analyzed, I actually did my own business just to check in to see my key person risk. And so you'll be able to see, once you do yours, you'll be able to see, are you, in your coaching skills, are you at a high risk or are you at a low risk with that key person, a key individual? With the unable to work, how risky is your business? I know in Maximum Growth, I spend a lot of time creating trainings that are available for people when I'm not available and not working, and they can also, when I'm sleeping, they can also be having transformations. I have one particular facilitator who I have step in whenever I'm unavailable, and I know that I have other people that can step in at any time I need to. And so I also have Justin do some of the classes for me as well. And so that means it's not heavily, completely and utterly reliant on me. And then also the knowledge inside of the business. And so we have operations inside of the business. We have systems and processes inside of the business. And it's like, how heavy are you at the operations of the business? I know for me, I'm still in the decision making and still in having to operate inside of the business. That's still key person. We have a key person risk there. But eventually, as we grow, we'll be able to grow and have more team members in and create some more stability there. So the blessing of being able to do this, you'll get this if you get the download and just type in key in the chat, and you'll be able to get the resource here and you can assess your own business. And so the deep insight into this is it's going to get you to start to think about, how can I start to mitigate this key person risk inside of my coaching, whether you start to use some of your skills and put it into trainings so that it's replicatable, or so other people can potentially use that training when you're unable to work. If you have a coaching, say for example, a coaching business, and you're just trading your time for money, and you're just doing one-on-one, it'll help you start to expand and think, well, how can I actually make this a business? Because a business is that it's outside of you growing, and it's not you just trading time for money. If not, you have a sole trader business, not a actual business itself. And so we want to start to question and think about, where is your key person risk, in what parts of the business is risky, and then working around that. I'm going to give some tips at the very end of what to do to work through that and navigate through that. Okay, next we are going to explore the hidden dangers of being irreplaceable. And so often we can wrap our experience up in this idea that we are very important and what we do is very important. And that can validate our self-worth, make us feel good. It can mean that we don't want to lose our sense of significance in the world. And so we create experiences and we create a business that you still have that sense of worth and significance. Maybe you like a sense of control and a sense of security with your business, and so that you don't want to be irreplaceable and someone else can come in and do what you do, because you want that control or that sense of security. And so what we want to be able to do is really look at the underlying reason why we might have that propensity to want to not be irreplaceable inside of our coaching business. And so if you think, I've seen this before with coaches who think, well, I don't want to grow other coaches with the skills that I have, because then there's competition. They might come and take your business away, and there's this fear of competition and fear of a loss of income, as opposed to a growth in another individual and helping them shine, which helps you to rise as well. And so if we then have this fear of loss, and so then we're going to always be in this position where we can't grow. We can only grow our business to the degree that we're willing to delegate. And if we're not willing to delegate some of our coaching skills out and help other coaches to grow, or we don't put our coaching into training, we're going to grow to the capacity that we have availability in our schedule. Because if you can only see 20 hours or 30 hours of one-on-one coaching in a week, and that means you're going to be capped at the number of clients. You can't go and serve more people because you're irreplaceable. So you want to start to think about, how do you leverage your time? How do you leverage your business so that you can also leave some of the information that you have inside of your mind that goes beyond just for today, because most coaches are thinking just right now. But what happens if the information you could create and the training programs that you have and the influence and impact you could have could be long after you pass as well? So that's something super interesting to think about. And so we want to start to think about, if you have that need or that attraction and you're like, I don't want to be irreplaceable, I would highly consider you to find that problem underneath the problem. Like what's driving that? What are you most worried about? What are you most concerned about? Figure what that is, and then maybe come back, have a conversation inside of Students of Wisdom if you're wanting some guidance in terms of where to go. But it's definitely something you want to have a look at so that you can address those as a crucial step for being able to dissolve that dynamic so that you can create a less dependent business on you. And so the third point that we are going to cover today is our top 2 tips in how to mitigate your key person risk. And so inside the PDF that we have for you, there are 2 things that I'm going to give you, which are fundamental in any business to mitigate this key person risk. And first of all, it is SOPs. Process everything that you do, or process anything that your staff and your key members do, because essentially what we want to be able to do is take out that wisdom that you have in your mind or the key staff has in their mind and put it into a system and process, which means someone else can step in and do that role or do that task when you're not available. And so most people are like, oh my gosh, Tanya, I'm so tired and bored. I don't want to do systems and processes. It takes so much time. And then the process changes. So the reason why McDonald's is so great is they have so many systems and processes. You can take that, put it into a brand new business in a brand new location, put someone in there, and then now they're easily able to go and do that and grow a profitable business because they have the systems and processes in place. So as boring as that is, it's actually fundamental for your business growth and to also de-risk your business. So I know that people who come into Maximum Growth Academy, we have SOPs that we use in our business, because we have newsletters that go out regularly. We have 3 newsletters that go out regularly every week. We run, I think, 6 to 9 hours of classes every single week. We have the same classes each week. We have these live classes that we do. So we have a lot of systems and processes in our business, which we gift to you as part of being part of our Maximum Growth Academy, is because we've already got them done with videos attached to it. And so we give that to you so that you have access to it and you can create it into your own business. We currently use Teamwork as our platform. Not everyone loves it because it's very analog and very black and white and not very colorful and pretty. But some people prefer ClickUp or Monday as a task management system. But you want to think about that and putting all your systems and processes into that. You can use things like Tango. Tango is great for just capturing the system and process. So whatever you do and you click on your computer, it's just like a Chrome app that you can put on your browser, and everything that you click, it'll transcribe it into a process for you and have it there ready to go. So it's not like you have to sit there and arduously write everything out. So it's really easy. Then you also want to consider number 2 tip is, and this is the last one for today, is the financial management. So it's like, how are you going to manage and how are you going to mitigate when you're unable to work, and when you can't work, who are you going to have step in and who are you going to have come in and be able to replace you when you're unable to work? So do you have another facilitator or another coach that you know that you really trust and you have a similarity that they'd be able to take over some of your clients while you're unable to work? Do you have someone who can step in completely for you and help you? Do you have someone if you have a membership, do you have someone, or a group coaching, do you have someone who could come in and step up in that? and have the opportunity to lead? Do you have trainings that could facilitate and they could do that training while you're not feeling well? And so how are you going to mitigate and have a solid financial plan for yourself and the business when you are not able to work? So you want to think about those two things that are going to make a fundamental difference inside of your business. So that is our session for today. We are actually going to have a deep dive into exploring this inside of our Maximum Growth Academy class next week, and make sure that each of our coaches have mitigated the risk of their key person risk inside of their business. And so I'm looking forward to that class. So thank you so much. I hope that you found lots of value in it. That would be amazing. And I know that, Rochelle, you're asking what's the names of those again. That would be, so I think it's the team management that you're looking for. It would be Teamwork is one of them. So teamwork.com. The other is monday.com. So Monday is also a task management system. And then also ClickUp. They all have different functions. You can do a review of all of them. I personally like Teamwork just because it's boring to use. It doesn't. I don't think something needs to be pretty to use it. It's really, in my brain it works, but everyone's different. Some people use, I've forgotten the other one, Asana. I think Asana is the one where you have like boards that you use and you can move them around. So it depends on how your brain works and what you like the most. So, but if you do use Teamwork and you're part of Maximum Growth Academy, we can give you a run through of how that works for you. So I hope you found this really valuable insights. Love to know, share it in the comments below. So thank you so much, team. I hope you have a beautiful day wherever you are in the world, and I look forward to seeing you at the next perfect time.